Well, hello, Bob Dandry here, and welcome back to Planet Zoo. So, last week we built this lovely little kangaroo enclosure. We got a few kangaroos, and they're just wandering around doing, kangaroo things, being all around chill fellas. So, obviously this week we're going to be continuing on building our Australian section of our zoo. And I think we've got a little bit of space here that we could potentially use for a new exhibit. One thing I want to hopefully start trying to do is working in more landscape around the zoo, not just in the enclosures, because it does look obviously, very bare right now if you go back and have a look at it from above. So what we're going to do, we're going to pop over to our Zoopedia, as always, and we're going to have a look and see what our options are. Alright, so we've got the wonderful koala here. As you can see, before the 2019 bushfire season, 80,000 population in the wild vulnerable. I believe the bushfire season of 2019 did actually make these extinct in a lot of local areas that they formerly were endemic to. So very, very sad. Pretty much every zoo in Australia has heaps of koalas because there is such a focus on making sure we can keep these wonderful creatures in the wild, and we will be following on with that as well. We'll be hopefully getting a few different enclosures in here to hold our koalas, and let's have a look and see what we need for the koala. So it doesn't need a massive amount of land, a small amount of climbing, and we need a very basic fence, but one that is climb proof as well. They don't require any water, anything like that. And as you can see here, we've got a group size of 1 to 4. We can have bachelor groups though, where we can keep some males together and they will not fight. But if we're going to have a male with females, only the one male. So we need to keep that in mind. But I think we're going to maybe get a few different enclosures in here, I think. Let's have a look and see how many we'll need, or how much room we'll need for adults. 360 square meters. Let's have a look through and see what we can do there. Alright, and we need just a tier 1, but it needs to be climb proof as well. So I think corrugated is probably going to be our best bet at this point. It's a fairly basic, fairly basic fence. And it will allow us to not have our koalas escape. We might actually flatten this area down. Again, we're not going to have the same mistake with our platypus enclosure. So I'm just going to do a little bit of flattening to make that a little bit nicer. And I reckon this should probably be enough space here to cover off the space we need to keep our koalas happy if we have a maximum group size. So I might pull it down to maybe about 15 meters or so. And then we should hopefully be able to have about the right size. And let's have a look. We will need to have an entry. Maybe we could have this at the back. So, our keepers can come in off of this path here. We might do a little bit of work on our terrain as well. Yeah, that's not particularly nice there. I might see if we can flatten those out and redo them. Okay, perfect. That's not too bad. Bit of ugliness over there, but we're not going to see it, so it's fine. Oh, no. Okay, so let's get an entrance gate on here now. Did that place? It did. Perfect. And we can get a path down as well. Okay, that's not working. So let's fix it again. God, if there's one thing I hate, it's how paths are handled in this game. It's just a little bit cooked, isn't it? So I'll do this, and then we might see if we can smooth it back down, and if it will work like that. Okay, perfect. And then... why do you want to go that way? Oh no. It's a disaster. Why are you going up? How do I make... oh. How do I make you not go up? What have I done to have that happen? Okay, we worked it out. Alrighty. Now, let's just remind ourselves, we need 1 meter high fences. So that's all we're going to go with. Actually, we might go 1.5 meters maybe. Oh, okay, we're obstructed. We can't? What is the go with that? Okay, could we do maybe these two? Lower? Okay. Must be some funky stuff happening at the back. So we'll go down to 1.25 then. Coolio. And we do need some climbing available. Tell you what, as we've done before, let's get our koalas purchased and into the zoo. And we can go from there in terms of making it all ready and prepared for them. We've got our koalas. They're probably not very happy because they like to be in trees. So let's give it a quick pause and let's have a look at what they are requiring. So, social space, critical area or crowding issues present, really? Oh, okay, it's not quite big enough. Alright, we might need to just slightly make this bigger, and obviously we need a climbing area as well. So my bad on that one. But that's alright, we should be able to push this back a little bit, and we should be able to just expand our enclosure just a little bit. Let's have a look. So we don't need that much length, maybe just see if we can get 5 meters there. Ugh. Let's try this again. Okay. I mean, yes, that's what I want, but that's not the right angle, is it? Okay, this is a bit cooked, to be honest. Might need to turn off angle snap. Alright, now I'm going to delete this one, and then we're just going to quickly redo these fences. Oh, we can't. Oh god, it's an absolute disaster. Okay, so if we take this down to 1.25... Yeah, I reckon that's okay. Okay, cool. So that should be enough, a little bit more space. Let's just pay it for a couple of seconds to let it update. How is terrain now? Perfect. So we've got enough navigatable land area. Got way too much long grass. Everything else is okay, so we probably just need more soil. And we also need navigatable climbing areas. Now I believe we can use plants for that, which we'll just have a look at. Alright, and here are our options. So we've got some eucalyptus trees. That's very big. Now the interesting thing about the koala is that they will only eat very specific food. I believe it's a type of gum tree. But usually when you find them in captivity, they will actually just be on sort of made up sort of little climbing frame areas. They won't usually have they won't be in the trees themselves, and they'll have like the gum leaves that are sort of stuck in little holders or little containers that they can get to. Are you happy with that? Apparently that's not climbable, or do we just need to let that? Okay, it is climbable, but not enough. That's interesting, because they don't really require a whole lot, to be honest. They don't need like vines or anything like that. They will just happily sit in the same same tree all day, every day. They're very inactive. I think they sleep for like 20 hours a day, and they only come out of their tree pretty much just to poop, and they don't do much else. So we will, I guess, get a little climbing frame for them, but keep in mind that that's not really what they do. They don't sort of act or you know, behave that way. Alright, so I've got a little climbing frame down for them. Let's see how they like that. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. So we might just put a small one. Maybe one of these or something like that. See how they like that. Almost there. Almost there. But yeah, as I... Oh, what? Okay, perfect. But yeah, as I said, this is completely unrealistic to how koalas act. They don't do this sort of stuff. They will just happily sit up in the tree all day, every day, unless they need to come down and, you know, poo or pee or something. So, but that's all right. It's a game, so we got to you know, appease them in that way. And we need some food and toy enrichment. So how are we going to do that? Okay, so we've got some scent markers we can place down. They are very much about scent markers though, especially males. Oh, okay. Why'd you do that? Did you fall down or something? Yeah, so the males, they sort of have this, it looks like a very, very gross yellow sort of patch on their stomach, which is sort of scent markers. The females don't have that. Interesting, if you've actually heard a important alert requires attention. Habitat 9. What is the problem over here? What the? Okay. What is our problem? So we need more species toy enrichment. They're probably crowded, aren't they? They probably are. I feel like we've got way too many. Let's have a look though. Very cute, regardless. Oh no. It's illegal to protest. What is that? It's like meat or something. It's definitely not what meerkats eat. Okay, we might need to box up some of our meerkats and release them or trade them. Because yeah, there's probably a few too many here. Oh, and they're all starving as well. Far out. Why are they starving so much? Can we increase their food quality? Will that help? Alright, I think we need to do some more organising of our keepers, I feel. Oh look, we've got lots of capybaras again. Uh-oh. Okay, so... I want to come back to that, and I want to finish that this episode, but I want to make sure our koalas are all taken care of first. Alright, so we need some food enrichment as well. And what do we have in terms of food? Nothing. So we need to research our koalas as well. But in terms of just their food, we can get some... I guess we could get a feeding platform down. That's not how it works, to be honest. They'll just eat in trees. They don't need a climbing platform or anything. But we'll get one anyway. Because why not? And we can get a log up there, I guess. So they can climb up and get there. So I might put that there, and then we can do some rotation on that. So they can get up to the platform. Cool. We also need some water. I believe we did need a hard shelter as well, which actually does make sense. Koalas, I believe they will generally move them inside at night. They don't hang out in the enclosures. They also don't do stuff like this either. They will pretty much always be in a tree unless they're using the bathroom, pretty much. But once again, it's a game. You know, sometimes things aren't 100% correct in these sort of games, and that's okay. So could we use just a little narrow bit of hard shelter here? Will that serve us enough? And with some bedding. Is that cover enough for you? Not quite. Oh, actually, possibly. No, it's not enough hard shelter for them. But we can certainly cheer them up by giving them some soil rather than long grass. That does actually surprise me, that they need that much hard shelter. But all around, they're pretty happy anyway. They do need food enrichment, so we might head over to our research and see if we can get some stuff researched for them. Let's have a look. So we've got Biran, Gurumara, Gupar. So we can get these guys. Yeah, so too many adults in the social group. So we might get these guys moved to our trade center. And we will get them looked after. So how are they looking now? They're probably mating. Yeah, they're mating. Cool. Producing more platypus for us. Very, very nice. Alright, so I would like to do two things here. This guy here I'm going to release to the wild. And this guy here we will send to our trade center. And let's, yeah, go 700. and hopefully we get some interest. Seriously, koalas do not do this. I'm sorry, devs, but you dropped the ball a little bit on this one. Oh, they do that though. Yeah, that's the only time they'll be on the ground. Fair enough. Anyway. A couple of things I do want to continue doing before we finish off this episode. I would like a second enclosure for koalas. I might try and get a small one in over here where we could potentially just have a maybe a little enclosure that we can just chuck some of our bachelors in. Doesn't need to be a massive one. Probably half the size of that will be fine. And we can actually probably put it right up against here. So we'll need to change these over to non-climbable. And that is okay. Corrugated, perfect. And then we'll just use this extra space around here as well. Alrighty, and what I would like to do as well, I think, is just get a few sort of cafes around this area. This is sort of, I guess, a little bit of a natural hub for the zoo, so we might get a couple of cafes and a bit of seating as well here. How do I get finer control? Is it by doing that? Yeah, nice. Okay. Cool, so we can get... Oops. Let's try that again. Alrighty. Ooh, just need to slightly adjust this as well. Cool. And we can get two stores in here, so I'm thinking maybe a food and also a drink vendor. I did it again, didn't I? That's alright. It'll be fine. We get Bernie's Bakes, maybe? Nah, what else do we have? Hot Dog Squad. Yeah. Let's do that. So how do I get it in there? Obstructed. How about we move this? Oh, we can't do the advanced move. Why can't you fit in there? Okay. Alright, let's try and move these a little bit further forward. Maybe. Do a little bit of rotation. Alright, will you move now? Perfect. Hot Dog Squad. Cool. And yes, a drink vendor as well would be nice. Could go with Gulpy Energy. Why not? Excellent. And yeah, we can get some chairs and stuff around here so people can have a bit of a relax and a sit down. Do we have like a gravel? We don't. We can do this just like a little sandy area, I guess. Oh, look, and people are already over here. They were keen as mustard. So we'll get a few benches down as well. Oh, do they have to be on a path? Okay. Yep, that makes sense. My bad. So how do I... Can I just like fill? Oh, there's a flattened terrain option as well. This looks like absolute arse. That's alright. We can make it work. We can make it work. And we can just do a little garden decoration in here as well. Well, I think we've put in a lot of good work over this build. Next week, we'll probably continue doing some Australian animals. I think we've got dingoes and a couple of other things left. We'll also be probably looking to put together a bit of a keeper hub that will add all of these Australian enclosures or exhibits into one keeper zone, and then we'll have some dedicated keepers that will just be looking after our Australian animals. But if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you get a ding to your device the next time I post a video. You can find links to my social media in the description, so please jump on there, like, follow, subscribe, do all that wonderful stuff. You'll also find a link to the Discord. If you want to join the conversation, please hop on there, and I'm always happy to have a chat. You'll also find a link to my Buy Me a Coffee if you want to give something financial to the channel. But until next time, I'm Bob Dendry. This is Planet Zoo. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.